Here is a fact that should terrify you. Right now, as you sit there, your body is leaking an invisible chemical signature that is silently deciding your entire romantic destiny. Before a single word leaves your mouth, before your outfit is noticed, before your smile even registers, the person across from you has already made a biological verdict about whether they could ever love you. And the most disturbing part? Neither of you are even conscious it is happening. This is not metaphor. This is molecular biology operating underneath every romantic encounter you have ever had. Scientists call it the major histocompatibility complex, or MHC, a cluster of genes that governs your immune system and, as it turns out, who you find irresistibly attractive. Your MHC profile creates a unique scent signature, one so subtle your conscious mind cannot detect it, yet so powerful it can override every logical preference you think you have about a partner. In 1995, evolutionary biologist Klaus Wedekind conducted what became known as the sweaty t-shirt experiment. He asked men to wear the same shirt for 2 consecutive nights. Then women were brought in to smell each shirt and rate attractiveness. The results shook the scientific community. Women were overwhelmingly drawn to the scent of men whose MHC genes were most different from their own, men they had never seen, never spoken to, knew nothing about. Think about what this means for a moment. Let it sink in slowly. Your body is not choosing partners based on who looks best, who earns the most, or who says the right things. At the deepest biological layer, your body is selecting for genetic diversity, for the partner whose immune system complements yours so perfectly that your potential offspring would be nearly indestructible. Attraction, at its foundation, is a survival algorithm disguised as desire. Now here is where this becomes a weapon of emotional influence. Most people walk into new relationships performing. They rehearse lines, curate outfits, engineer the perfect digital persona. But the person who understands scent compatibility knows something far more dangerous. They know that genuine physical proximity, not performance, is the gateway to deep biological bonding. The person who controls closeness controls the entire emotional architecture of a new relationship. There is a technique that elite seducers throughout history have intuitively understood without ever reading a single study. Proximity escalation. Not rushing physical contact, but strategically and gradually decreasing the space between you and another person over the course of an encounter. Each inch closer is not just social boldness. It is a calculated delivery system, giving the other person's vomeronasal organ microdoses of your chemical identity, building a subconscious addiction before the first kiss ever happens. But this principle cuts both ways, and this is the part nobody talks about. Modern life is sabotaging your natural scent signal. Synthetic fragrances, chemical deodorants, heavily processed diets, even hormonal birth control have been scientifically shown to distort or completely mask your MHC signature. That study by Wedekind? When they tested women on oral contraceptives, their preferences flipped entirely. They started choosing men with similar MHC profiles, the exact opposite of what biology intended. They were chemically blinded to their real match. This is why so many relationships feel electrically alive in the beginning and then slowly decay into roommate syndrome. 2 people who were chemically mismatched from day one, tricked by synthetic interference into believing they had found their person. The body knows. It always knows. And when the initial dopamine surge fades, what remains is a quiet biological dissonance that no amount of communication workshops or couples therapy can fully bridge. The foundation was built on a chemical lie. So what does someone who understands all of this actually do differently? They strip away the noise. They prioritize real, unfiltered proximity early. They pay attention to something almost no one tracks, whether being near this person in their natural state, without cologne, without perfume, after a long day, produces a feeling of comfort and pull rather than neutrality or subtle repulsion. That gut reaction is not just a feeling. It is millions of years of evolutionary data being processed in a single breath. And here is the elegant secret that gives you dominant emotional control in any new relationship. When someone's biology genuinely responds to yours, when the MHC match is real, your presence becomes a drug. Not metaphorically. Literally. Their brain begins associating your natural scent with safety, arousal, and pair bonding through oxytocin release. You do not need to chase. You do not need to convince. You simply need to be near them consistently enough for biology to do what it has done for hundreds of thousands of years. Presence becomes power. But control without awareness becomes manipulation. The person who truly masters this does not use it to trap. They use it to filter. They understand that chasing someone whose biology does not respond to theirs is not romantic persistence, it is fighting evolution itself. True emotional dominance in a relationship is not about making someone want you. It is about recognizing the rare person whose chemistry already does, and then having the discipline to build slowly, close the distance gradually, and let the invisible architecture of scent do what no pickup line in human history has ever accomplished. So the next time you meet someone new and you feel that inexplicable pull, that warmth in your chest that has no logical explanation, understand what is really happening. Your ancestors are whispering through your blood. Your immune system is reaching across the space between you and recognizing a compliment it has been searching for. Honor that signal. Protect it from the noise of modern life. Because in a world that has digitized and over-engineered every aspect of love, the most powerful force of attraction is still the one you will never see, never name, and never fully control. And that, my friend, is what makes it so dangerously beautiful.